Hello traders, my name is Grega and welcome to a new intraday video analysis in which I will cover some of the majors. As you might know, we have a holiday season in Europe, so I personally thought that market would be actually a little bit slower this morning, but we have seen some interesting volatility yesterday, or especially on crude oil stock market, and this probably also impacted the FX, where we have seen an interesting reversal down on US dollar. And so I'm actually tracking different wave count at the moment on the euro, but still, despite looking for another potential drop here, maybe for this ending diagonal, you really have to be aware that this is not tradable. Okay, as I have been repeating all over again for the last 6 months, if not more, that euro dollar is actually and very tricky. It was sideways price action and very slow despite some bearish move over the last few weeks. But this recent reversal, notice that is coming from the lower trend line area and also this horizontal support. So in my opinion, I'm thinking that we will see a bounce, especially because dollar index also moved out of a triangle. Okay, so we know that moves out of triangles here are final, which means we are in a fifth wave. The only question is if this fifth wave is in final stages, we may see another push to the upside, or is already the top in place. So that's why I think that this is not tradable, because we are at the late stages of this uptrend, and sooner or later reversal will occur. Okay, so just be aware of a reversal lower. So with that being said, because of very strong or actually reversal on the intraday basis, here's the 4-hour chart. I'm looking at this hourly, okay, and notice that actually this can be already counted in 5 ways. We could be now in a wave 5 if this was maybe small triangle right there. Okay, so I'm thinking about really that low has been put in place. We have today also the FOMC rates decision and press conference later today. So before I go with this bullish reversal, this very aggressive count, I really want to see how market will close, because you know close is the most important price of the day, at least for me. So if we'll see still more strength and starting to approach this very important swing high, then of course this then I would have enough of data to say that euro dollar has bottomed. Okay, now with that being said, I'm already looking at cable. Okay, I have adjusted the wave count on cable and actually labeled that low is in place here of this recent corrective setback. As you know, if you are tracking our wave counts closely, the 4-hour updates, then you know that I've been looking for 2 wave counts, very aggressive bearish one and this corrective decline. And I said that we need more price data and we will turn bullish if we see trend line broken, or bearish for wave 3 or free sell-off if we will see more extended weakness. But since we are now trading above this trend line, we have seen a nice overlap with the previous levels here, as you can see, and I suspect that this was actually a corrective decline, that this is not an ongoing bearish impulse, and that we are actually turning bullish. So I see more upside here. Maybe even this level can be retested, but in the short term, let's just assume that we are in some very big sideways price action. I think that there is room for 1.32 level, okay, especially after a pullback. Now let's take a look also on some of the commodity currencies, or cable 1 hour. This is what I forgot to cover. So cable 1 hour, I mean, why I'm looking for potential more upside here is actually because of this move. Notice that very aggressive move in a very short period of time. Actually here you can see a daily chart. We have closed at the highs, which means that this bullish run yesterday was for real, and I'm thinking this was wave 3 of free, so I'm looking for more upside. But if suddenly this whole bullish candle, which was yesterday, would be fully retraced, okay, then this would be a very important alarm for more weakness, okay, and invalidated wave count, of course. But as long as that's the case, as long as we are above 1.2946, I'm thinking that we may see more gains here on cable. Okay, now let's take a look on dollar CAD. Now dollar CAD, firstly 4-hour chart, it reversed down for very interesting zone here. As you know, I have been warning about limited upside, and so far we have seen a nice sell-off. I know that I have been looking firstly for another leg higher here, but since we are aggressively turning to the downside, I'm thinking about potential high in place, especially because we reverse lower from the very important levels. However, I would not be shorting this pair until I see 5 waves down, okay? Because as you know, 5-wave structure is the most important for a reversal. So let's assume that this was wave 1, some kind of a leading diagonal here. Then you have a wave 2. Let me zoom this in. And then you have 5 subwaves for wave 3. So what you need to see is another bounce, decline, and then we may look for shorts after a 3-wave rise. Okay. So for now, still, this is very interesting pair, but not all pieces are here to call this as a reversal. As you know, we need 5 waves down before reversal can be confirmed. If we'll get this 5th waves decline, then at the same time we will probably already be trading around this lower trend line, this swing low, which could be another indication that bulls are invalidated. Okay. Now, Aussie dollar can be doing something similar. It's a little bit tricky with this to be wave 4 or no. I mean, this can be easily extended to wave 3, and now we are in a wave 4. 38.2%, as you know, is very important for wave 4, and it's still around there. Also, we are at some previous swing lows here, so a lot of choppy price action were identified around there. So still there is a chance for another drop, and technically speaking, probably that would be ideal, because we would then be at this lower parallel trendline support and close to 61.8%. So if we suddenly see another drop and then reversal, I would be very interested in longs. Okay, for now I'm thinking that it can be a little bit too early. Okay, so definitely I will stay aside on this one for now. Now let's take a look also on crude oil. Now crude oil, as you know, I've been warning about more weakness yesterday, and I have been warning about 64 to 64.50 as a resistance. It was the area of a previous swing highs here, as you can see, that where the market actually slowed down. And I'm thinking about more weakness based on 2 counts that I'm tracking on the intraday basis. Now, there's still a chance that actually we are in a wave B or wave 4. Okay, let me just put this chart one next to each other, and you can see here this was wave 1, 2, sharp drop can be wave 3, deep pullback can be wave 4, and we are looking lower for wave 5. Okay, this is one valid wave count. The second count that I'm tracking is that this could be waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are already in wave B. Now wave B, if we are really in wave B, I think it can be a little bit more complex. Okay, so maybe we will see another retest of 61.8% then. But no matter how you look at it, I'm thinking that these recent rallies from the lows are corrective. Either as a wave 4, it will just continue straight to the downside, or maybe wave B to be more complex. Okay, but still, the important, when you are looking at the resistance, the important is price. Okay, so this area, this price was very important at 64, 60, 70, around there. So I'm thinking that if we'll see a retest of this level, the price will remain important as a resistance. So I'm thinking about another, maybe even better opportunity to catch this weakness if we see this 64.70 retest. Okay, it's very interesting that dollar CAD actually moved to the downside despite crude oil being very weak. I know that those two markets are not in very good correlations for the last few weeks, so I really will try to put aside on a sideline what I'm thinking it might happen based on if I'm trying to connect those two. But at the moment, if the correlation is not there, it's just better trying to ignore it. Okay. Okay, so now let's take a look on dollar yen and CAD yen. Now dollar yen is moving to the downside, but it's not looking impulsively. Okay, which is good because it suggests that market will actually stay in uptrend, or either stay in a very big consolidation. It can be, dollar yen can be now trapped between dollar weakness, if dollar index maybe is really headed to the downside, and between higher a very strong stock market. So maybe dollar yen will just continue sideways, but important is that this is not looking impulsively to the downside. Okay, we have plenty of overlaps here, so I'm thinking that this is just a temporary reversal, and on the 4 hour, as you know, we are still above this very interesting support, 38.2% down to 61.8%. So I'm thinking that dollar yen sooner or later will continue to the upside, but firstly we have to see how dollar and stocks will actually align together. But technically, I mean, if we see another drop here, if this is really an Elliott wave ending diagonal, then you know that very strong reversal could occur from another low. Also, this could help other yen pairs, so CAD yen, for example, it has a very nice potential head and shoulders here. Okay, this could be a left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, and a neckline. And we are now here, as you can see, the shoulder stopped at very interesting zone. And if you're trying to put this together with the Elliott wave count, then you also may expect more upside, because the previous decline, which was this one, has unfolded in 3 waves, and this was a 5-wave rise. So I'm thinking about more upside. Okay, if we will see daily close above 83.50, 53 actually, then I think that this could actually produce more upside from here. Okay, now let's take a look also on ASI against Kiwi. Now this one is very interesting for me because of the structure that I see on the intraday chart. So what we see here is a very nice clean 5 waves of decline. Okay, so whenever you see a 5-wave drop, okay, it may be a very important alert that something is changing. Okay, so market is changing its trend. Even if this will be only a temporary weakness, there's still a chance, at least for the short term, to catch some downside. Okay, but you never know, maybe some weakness will not resume only in 3 waves, but maybe will unfold as a 5-wave decline. And I really like this approach, because notice where this 5-wave fall, okay, this decline came from. It came from a new swing high, okay, right there. So because it came from a new swing high, we can assume that a lot of stop orders were cleared above there, and that actually this reversal suggests that market is now headed into its right direction, probably to the downside. Now there is a chance that this was wave C high, and that we are going to see much more weakness here in a 5-wave fall, or maybe this is just only temporary pullback within wave C, and will still continue higher after 3 waves drop. But still, you have to see 3 waves down first. Okay, and I'm thinking that this is first leg. Okay, just ignore these counts here on the left. These are some old charts, or old counts, sorry. Anyway, what is important, that this is the first drop, first leg. Now you have a pullback, and then you will expect another drop, either for wave C or maybe even wave 3. Okay, so I think that this one is very interesting, and definitely I should put it on my radar list. Okay, and now final market today, I'll look at the German DAX. German DAX, as you know, on the 4-hour chart here, we're looking at the bullish count, but I'm thinking about potential slowdown of this trend, because we can be in a wave 5, an extended wave 5 here. Also, what is important is that we are moving out of this triangle here on the intraday chart. Okay, so first resistance is definitely here around 12,400, but then you have another 50 points higher, or 100 points higher, towards the second resistance, okay, for wave 5. So watch out for potential reversal at this area. Keep in mind that moves out of a triangle suggest that you are in a final stages of some larger degree of a trend. So we will expect a reversal once we approach this upper prices, and ideally this reversal sooner or later will be of a higher degree, wave 4, before market continues to the upside, because I'm looking at the extended wave 3 moving into the final stages. Okay, so wave 4 is what we expect. Okay, traders, thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Talk to you soon. Bye.